And we're back at 7:36 a.m. here on KFYO Mornings. Dave King and Matt Martin on your radio. It is Thursday, 7:36. So that means we go over here to the phone, punch line one, and there's Jerry Reynolds, the Car Pro.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Good morning, Jerry. How you doing today?
I'm doing good, guys. How about y'all?
I'm doing pretty good.
You still hogging all that rain in Dallas?
No, we haven't had any this week so far, and it's certainly been warmish. We haven't hit 100 yet, but we've scared the heck out of it.
Oh, well, we have hit some hundreds, I'll promise you.
Yes, I knew that. I watch you guys weather pretty close, believe it or not. But, boy, I tell you what, it has been some kind of warm, but I have been very cool this week, riding around in a Mercedes Benz. I sent you guys a picture a little while ago.
Yeah, you did. Could you tell us why you sent them upside down?
No. I can't. As a matter of fact.
I'm sure that if that were right side up, I would admire that car.
Oh,
You
no.
probably would. Sorry about that. I've been riding around this week in a very, very beautiful Mercedes Benz. This is the S560 Coupe. This is the largest two-door that Mercedes makes. Just an absolutely beautiful car. I tell you what, everywhere I go, people want to look at this car. You just don't see very many of them. It's not a big seller. Part of that's the price. Most people can't touch it. But, boy, I tell you what, the interior of this car is just beautiful. It drives good. It's got a big V8 under the hood. It's putting out 450 horses. And you need it with this car. This car's so big, and it's so doggone heavy. It takes a big engine to make this thing move. But it's something to drive. I tell you, it's smooth. There's a Sport Plus mode that you can go into, and this thing changes completely. All of a sudden, you hear this really loud exhaust, and the transmission shifts really hard and fast. Boy, I tell you what, it can be two different cars. It can be a really fast, sporty ride, or you can go comfort mode and make it a luxury car, and that's kind of fun.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like a great car. What did you say the price point was again?
No, I didn't.
That's what I thought.
It was $152,000.
Oh, wow.
And you know, it's funny because it's a typical two-door car. It's got really long doors. It's comfortable in the back seat once you get back there, but getting in and out of the back seat is a real issue unless you're a little kid. You know,
Yeah.
you kind of got to work at it. So it's got 4 bucket seats in it, but honestly, for most people, I think this would be a 2-passenger car.
Yeah.
You know, unless you just had to put somebody in the back, because they're not going to enjoy getting in and out of the back seat of that thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful car, but it's just a little bit out of my price range.
It is for most, and you know, people who are spending that kind of money, there's a lot of choices in that $150,000 range that are very different from this car. I had the S550, which is the 4-door, last year, and it was not nearly as much money as this car. I mean, it was just under $100,000, but it wasn't loaded like this car is either. So, one cool feature I got to tell you guys about is called Energizing Comfort, and there's 5 different programs that you can go to, and it combines the interior air fragrance with music, and your seat massages you to the music. And there's 5 different settings, and so you're getting the smell of the air fragrance, you're getting the feel of the seat massaging you to the beat of the music. And if you've got music loaded into this car, and the beat of any one of your songs matches what the seat's doing, it'll play your music.
So it's almost like one of those new theater seats that shakes you to the movie or whatever.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And it's just bizarre to me. I mean, what a waste of money with something like that. But on the other side, that's kind of cool inside a car.
Yeah. So I'm looking on Car Pro USA.
Yeah.
And I've got we've got a new article up, the pros and cons of the increasingly popular capless gas tanks. And I'm actually driving one with a capless gas tank, and I just have no idea why they went to that.
Well, it's supposed to make it easier to put fuel in, and I'm driving a lot of cars that have it. All the Fords have it now. A lot of the General Motors cars, and the reason I wrote the article was because I had a lady that contacted me. She had a Chrysler product that had this. She was driving from Dallas to Shreveport, where she had flown into, and she ran out of gas. And it was late at night, and she was just tired, wasn't paying any attention. She thought she could make it home. She couldn't. She ran out of gas on the side of the road. And there is a funnel that if you're going to add gas or if you're going to add like an additive that has to go into that tank. And the salesperson she bought the car from never told her about it. She didn't know what was wrong. She thought it was broken. And as it turns out, it wasn't. But she ended up having to get her car towed to the dealership, get an Uber ride home. And I wrote the article and put a warning in there to make sure you know where that funnel is if you have a capless. And it's pretty interesting. I mean, I think it's a convenient thing to have. It's nice not to have to unscrew the cap and then make sure you put it on tight. Otherwise, your engine light's going to come on. Mm-hmm. It's pretty neat technology. But most salespeople, when they deliver a brand new car, they don't think to tell people about that funnel and where it is. Because I've seen some cars that it's in the glove box. I've seen others that it's in the trunk. So that was what that article was all about. But I find it kind of cool, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
cuts out a step.
It is. It's just the first time I opened it up, it was like, whoa, what the heck am I supposed to do here? I do also just have I don't know if you've seen this problem, but one of the problems that I see in the industry I work in is that in these siphon-free or that make it where you can't siphon gas out of a gas tank.
Yeah.
What we've seen people doing is going underneath and actually slicing the under the fuel lines or something and siphoning it that way. Have you had a problem with that?
No, I haven't heard that before.
Okay, well we've heard of them doing it on multiple different vehicles. Anyway, I was just wondering if that's something that was a problem or something that one nifty guy figured out, and we've just seen it a couple times here.
I'll tell you, in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, one of the things that kind of runs rampant here is the theft of catalytic converters because they're so expensive.
You can sell them, yeah.
Yeah, and we've seen a lot of that up here. And then, of course, third-row seats out of General Motors SUVs. Those things are bringing big money.
Really?
So you got to be careful.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're running out of time, but we want to remind people if you want to read any articles, you go to carprousa.com. And also, you're on the radio right here on 95.1 FM, 790 AM from 11 to 1 every Saturday.
That's correct. I will be there this Saturday.
All right. Well, thank you, Jerry. You have a good day.
Thank you.